Act in the city of Decatur. It's the latest step in Morgan County to slow the spread of coronavirus.
Joining us via Zoom this morning is Morgan County Commission Chairman Ray Long. Chairman Long, thank you so much for waking up with us. Always great to have you join us.
Oh, thank you. Glad to be here.
Mr. Chairman, a lot of people wondering, now that Decatur enacted mandatory masking, will the commission extend that order into something similar like what's in place in Madison County and make it Morgan County wide?
No, the commission don't plan to do any kind of mandatory masking or anything like that. We really rely on people to kind of take care of themselves. I mean, they've done a good job. If you look in Morgan County, we only had around close to 1,300 cases out of the 120,000 people that live here. And so, we don't even, most of those people that's contacted has already got well going. But, it's something that we all need to do is wear a mask out when we're around people, and especially a crowd and stuff. But the commission won't be doing any ordinance, nothing to mandate it.
You folks have a meeting set for 9 o'clock this morning, we understand. We didn't see anything on the agenda as we were looking at it in regards to coronavirus. Do you plan to address some impacts and responses this morning?
No, we'll give an update. This is the third week that we've been offering free masks to everybody that comes in the courthouse. We don't make it mandatory, but anybody that comes in that don't have a mask, we offer them one, and try to encourage them to wear them when they're in the crowd or in the courthouse. But we've done steps to take care of the employees and stuff anyway. We've spent over $100,000 putting up glass barriers, buying gloves and masks for employees and stuff. So we've done a lot already trying to prevent it from being in the courthouse. But we do offer everybody a free mask when they come in the courthouse.
Mr. Chairman, a lot of people just don't seem to be getting the message. We listened to the update yesterday from the coronavirus task force in your area. Not just Morgan County, but across North Alabama, health experts just don't seem like they're effectively reaching people when it comes to encouraging social distancing and wearing masks. What can we do as far as making sure they understand the importance? And is there a way that we can maybe change our messages?
Well, we just need to keep being leaders and do what we need to do and encourage people to know that it's a serious virus. It's not something that's just made up overnight. It's here, and we all know people that's been affected by it. So, we need to show that we're taking it serious so that other people will.
Seems like business owners have really come on board with this, with the mask, various ordinances and so on, even without an ordinance, just asking the customers that show up to wear masks. Is that part of this solution here?
Well, I think it is. We've all got to be working together to solve this thing. For us to ever get our numbers back down where they need to be, then businesses, we community leaders, everybody's got to be on board and encourage people to wear masks. Sometimes, when you try to force stuff on people, it kind of has a bad effect. It kind of goes the opposite direction. But I think that business owners are asking. I've been in several businesses where they've had a sign that wants you to please wear a mask even before this ordinance was passed. So I think we've all got to work together to get control of this virus. And, let's just hope there's going to have a vaccination for long. I figure it's still several months down the road, but we've all got to work together to stop it.
We've got about 30 seconds left, Mr. Chairman. You said that you spent all that extra money putting all these extra precautions into the courthouse, providing masks and supplies for visitors and for employees there. How is it going on a daily basis at that courthouse?
Well, it's actually going good. We're giving out between 500 and 600 masks a day, probably more today because Election Day. We have a polling place there in the courthouse, but it's been real good. We only have maybe 4 or 5 out of 100 that just say, I'd just rather not have one. So we don't make them wear them. So it's going really good. We're trying to do all we can at the courthouse.
All right. Morgan County Commission Chairman Ray Long, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We always appreciate your insight.
Oh, glad to. Anytime. Thank you.
Good to see you, sir. 6:41 right now on your election day.